Henry is well hit. What a fantastic goal. He would not have put an awful lot of money on Thierry Henry scoring from 35 yards long.
Faces an old friend in Thierry Henry. The Professional Footballers Association Player of the Year.
Yeah. Back it on. First touch just wide, didn't it? Oh, it's pushed out and they got to go for it. Arsenal won their second less than 5 minutes.
He's got his average of a goal a game in the new season. Right up again to seal the point for Arsenal. Over the retake because of the three. It's Henry again. Other side, save the goal.
Football in 2003 was at a crossroads, an era of transition between the dominance of the late 90s legends and the rise of a new generation of superstars. It was a year defined by unforgettable moments, fierce rivalries, and the emergence of footballers. Football, Europe's biggest trophies were fiercely contested. AC Milan, led by Paolo Maldini, triumphed in the Champions League after a tense penalty shootout against Juventus, one of the lowest scoring but most dramatic finals in history. Juventus, powered by Pavel Nedved's brilliance, had dominated Serie A, but his heartbreaking suspension meant he missed the final. Meanwhile, in England, Thierry Henry was revolutionizing the Premier League. Arsenal's dazzling attacking play made them the team to watch, and Henry was at the heart of it, scoring, assisting, and redefining what it meant to be a striker. He finished the season with a staggering 32 goals and 28 assists, a level of play that left fans and pundits in awe. But despite his heroics, Arsenal lost the title race to Manchester United in the final weeks. Internationally, 2003 was a prelude to a new footballing landscape. Brazil, fresh off their 2002 World Cup triumph, saw Ronaldinho beginning to establish himself as a future icon. Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo, a young teenager in Portugal, was about to break onto the global stage. It was a year of evolution, where the old guard and new generation clashed. And then, there was the Ballon d'Or, football's highest individual honor. With no World Cup or Euros to influence voting, the award came down purely to club performances. Thierry Henry had been spectacular, but in the end, the trophy would not go to him. Instead, it went to Pavel Nedved, sparking debates that continue to this day.
The Ballon d'Or is one of football's most prestigious individual awards, presented annually by France Football since 1956. It was initially created to honor the best European player playing for a European club, but has since evolved into a global recognition of football excellence. (1956). The first ever Ballon d'Or was awarded to Stanley Matthews. 1995, the eligibility expanded to include players from any nationality, as long as they played in Europe. This allowed George Weah to become the first non-European winner. 2007, the award became fully global, allowing players from any league in the world to be considered. 2010 to 2015 merged with FIFA's World Player of the Year to become the FIFA Ballon d'Or, before reverting to France Football's control in 2016. 2018, The Ballon d'Or Feminine was introduced to recognize the best female footballer. 2022. The format changed from awarding based on a calendar year to a season-based assessment. Winning the Ballon d'Or is the ultimate individual recognition in football, symbolizing that the player was the best in the world during a given season. Here's why it matters. 1. Career legacy and recognition. Winning the Ballon d'Or cements a player's place in football history. Names like Pelé and Maradona are legendary, but their absence from the Ballon d'Or winners list is often debated. A player's total Ballon d'Or count is often used to compare greatness. 2. Global prestige and endorsements. Winning increases a player's marketability, leading to higher sponsorship deals, advertising contracts, and a boost in commercial value. Clubs also benefit from having a Ballon d'Or winner in their squad, enhancing their reputation. 3. Influence on future awards and Hall of Fame status. Players with multiple Ballon d'Ors are almost guaranteed legendary status. It influences how they are remembered post-retirement. Many Hall of Fame lists, or greatest of all time, debates factor in Ballon d'Or wins.
It is a personal achievement that confirms a player's dominance in world football, often driving them to maintain or improve their level. Winning the Ballon d'Or can inspire younger generations, making the player a role model for future talents. 5. Impact on team performance. A Ballon d'Or winning player boosts the morale of their team. Clubs often highlight these winners in their
Arsène Wenger played a crucial role in bringing Thierry Henry to Arsenal in 1999, but their relationship started much earlier at AS Monaco. Here's how the transfer happened. Early connection at Monaco, 1994 to 1997. Wenger was the manager of AS Monaco when he spotted a young Thierry Henry playing for the French youth teams. In 1994, he signed the 17-year-old Henry, giving him his professional debut. Henry flourished under Wenger, playing as a left winger, but Wenger left Monaco in 1994 amid tensions with the club's board. Henry struggles at Juventus, 1990. August 1999. Arsène Wenger, now managing Arsenal, saw Henry's potential as a striker rather than a winger. When Juventus made Henry available for transfer, Wenger convinced Arsenal to pay £11 million, a club record fee at the time. Henry was initially skeptical but trusted Wenger, who promised to develop him into a world-class striker. The rest is history. Despite a slow start at Arsenal, he didn't score in his first 8 games. Henry soon adapted, finishing his first season with 26 goals in all competitions. Under Wenger, he became Arsenal's all-time top scorer, 228 goals, and a club legend. Wenger's ability to spot and nurture Patrick Vieira. Honestly, Thierry was on another level that season. He was unplayable. Every time he got the ball, you just knew something special was about to happen. He was fast, powerful, and clinical in front of goal. But what made him different was that he wasn't just a striker. He created so many chances for the team. I think people forget how many assists he had. He wasn't selfish. He wanted to win, and he wanted the team to win. Robert Piri. Patrick is right. Thierry was the heart of our attack. He could score from anywhere, left foot, right foot, inside the box, outside the box. But what made him unique was his intelligence. He knew exactly when to run, when to pass. As a winger, playing alongside him was a dream. We had this telepathic connection. I knew if I played a ball into space, he would be there. And his movement, mon Dieu, it was impossible for defenders to track him. Patrick Vieira. Thierry was confident, but he was also humble. He wasn't the kind of player who needed to talk a lot. He led by example. But don't get me wrong, when we needed motivation, he would speak up. He demanded the best from everyone. And we respected that because we knew he gave 100% every time he played. Robert Pires. He had that fire inside him. He wanted to be the best. I remember before matches, he would look at defenders and just smile. He knew he was going to beat them. And in training, if he missed a chance, he would. Many people felt he should have won the Ballon d'Or that year. Do you agree? Patrick Vieira. Absolutely. Look at what he did in games on his own. No disrespect to Pavel Nedved. He was a fantastic player. But Thierry was the best in the world that season. Robert Pires. Of course he deserved it. He dominated English football, and not just with stats, but with performances. Every big game he stepped up. His hat trick against Liverpool, his goals against Manchester United, he was incredible. I think if he played for Real Madrid or Juventus, he would have won it. But sometimes people didn't appreciate the Premier League as much back then. Patrick Vieira. It was the season of everyone who watched football. Robert Pires. For me, that season was the foundation of what came next. Without Thierry at that level, maybe we don't go unbeaten the next year. He was already playing like a champion before we became invincibles.
Paolo Maldini's 2002-2003 season was one of the finest of his career, reaffirming his status as one of the greatest defenders in football history. At 34 years old, he played a key role in AC Milan's success, making him a Ballon d'Or contender. Here's why. 1. Defensive excellence and leadership. Maldini, playing as both a centre-back and a left-back, was the defensive anchor for AC Milan. His experience, positioning, and composure were crucial in guiding Milan's back line, alongside Alessandro Nesta, Cafu, and Alessandro Costacurta. His leadership as captain was vital in high-stakes matches. 2. Champions League glory. AC Milan won the 2002-2003 UEFA Champions League, with Maldini delivering a defensive masterclass throughout the tournament. He led Milan to a legendary 0-0 draw against Juventus in the final, which Milan won on penalties, 3-2. Maldini was immense, keeping the likes of Alessandro Del Piero and David Trezeguet quiet. His performance earned him the UEFA Club Best Defender award. 3. Coppa Italia triumph. Milan also won the 2002-2003 Coppa Italia, completing a domestic European double. Maldini was a consistent force in the competition, helping Milan defeat Roma in the final. 4. Serie A contribution. AC Milan finished third in Serie A, with Maldini playing a crucial role in ensuring defensive solidity. Milan conceded just 30 goals in 34 games, one of the best defensive records that season. 5. Recognition and Ballon d'Or contention. Maldini's performances earned him a top 10 finish in the 2003 Ballon d'Or rankings. He finished 6th. His ability to dominate defensively while leading Milan to a historic Champions League triumph put him in the conversation. Why he didn't win? Despite his brilliance, the Ballon d'Or went to Pavel Nedved, Juventus, who was outstanding in leading Juve to the Serie A title and the Champions League final. Other contenders like Thierry Henry, Arsenal, and Andriy Shevchenko, Milan, also had strong cases. Still, Maldini's 2002-2003 season was a testament to his greatness, proving that defenders could be just as influential as attackers in shaping football history.